inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shots.
Haywood kicks to Harden, and stolen by Yao. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
This is his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Monroe.
At the line, 2 shots.
And so Monroe nails both of them. Knicks trail by 3. On the wing, Fox. Covered by Monroe.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
It's stolen by Turkoglu. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Bucks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. We've got Monroe. Cummings is out there with O'Neal. And it's Griffith in at the 2. Now, here is McGrady. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. Milwaukee in the lead. Here. Oh, that was something else.
Are you kidding me?
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Kevin?
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. Here's McGrady. Out to Smith. From past the arc. Terry Cummings grabs the rebound. Monroe outside. O'Neal sets the screen for Monroe. Rebound by Wallace.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report. Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Yao, he's checked in for Wallace. Banchero comes in for Josh Smith. Kobe's checked in for Hedo Turkoglu. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Fox. They break it out 5 on 3. Here's Cummings. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Well, Davis has a real skill for getting guys set up and sees openings others might miss.
Tries to keep it alive. And again, New York turns it over. James Harden is checked in for the Bucks.
Number 13, James Harden.
Here's Davis. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Harden outside. Back to Davis. We are live from the Motor City. Welcome to Detroit and an Eastern Conference contest for the Pistons. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. Now, here's Cunningham. And Duren slams it in.
Physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Anunoby outside. Towns for three. It's hauled in by Harris.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Cunningham. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie.
There's the handle of Cunningham on full display with that nice tape.
New York substitution. Number 3.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Brunson outside. Shot clock at 5. Some solid defense from Harris.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
It's Cunningham with the drive. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one goes on Anunoby. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
A second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Doubled by Bridges. It's LeVert on the wing. To the middle. Towns with the steal. It's picked off. Now Detroit moving it up. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Inside. Here's Duren. Detroit, no good that time either. Knicks trailed by 3. Now McBride. Down low. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. Duren pulls it in. .103 left in the first. The Knicks pull it in. To the inside. And stolen by Harris. Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 7. Pass to Harris. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Knicks trail by 3. And Anunoby, here we go. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cunningham to the paint. Duren, no good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Harris. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Knicks trailed by 3. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Holland, no good. And the Knicks with possession. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back over to you.
Playing physical for sure. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Cunningham. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Cunningham can spin his way out of a tornado. What a great handle.
Now, here's Hart. Still without a basket. Pass to Kolek. From outside the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. 4-point game. Back to Harris. Latrey. Good on the 3-point shot. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Pistons leading by 7. Cunningham drives in. And Cunningham with the slam.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
For 3, Harris. Knicks with the rebound. Pass to Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jalen Duren. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
That one goes. Count it. And the Pistons lead by 7. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Harris. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks trailed by 7. Down low. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
I like that. Towns attacking the rim with intent.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Cunningham. Here's Duren. Duren a screen. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Well, that's where Cunningham is at his best, operating the pick and roll.
Brunson barreling in. Back to Robinson. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. Clock at 6. Some solid defense from Robinson. Detroit leading by 7. Back to Harris. Fires the 3. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Here's Brunson. And Cunningham with the block. And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 7. And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Now, here's Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Outside, Towns. For 3, Bridges. Thompson with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. And here's Brunson. 6 points for him. For 3, Bridges. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Bridges got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Detroit leading by 4. Cunningham drives in. Robinson with the block. Inside. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop.
How about Towns rumbling down that court, completing the break.
Duren a screen. To the middle. And Duren slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you guys.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Harris's shot is off. Knicks trailed by 3. Down low. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, credit the defense there. Not allowing the easy layup.
Inside. Stewart. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
Out to Bridges. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. It counts. And the foul. That one on Harris.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Sasser. Stolen by Brunson. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. For the tie. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
In a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, G.A., there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their two best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Well, Cunningham, offensively, he can hurt you in so many ways, and he's got it all working tonight. When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
For 3, Harris.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Yabusele can't hit. The Pistons leading. Harris outside. Off target with his 3. New York with the ball. To the paint. Here's Yabusele. And finished off by Yabusele.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 6. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Pistons on top, up by 3.
29.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Sasser with it. Pass to Holland. Pistons passing it around. To the middle. Shoots over Towns. Holland, no good. Knicks trailed by 3. To the paint. Here's Clarkson. It's blocked.
Great recognition from Stewart. I like seeing him use his length and size to make an impact on defense.
On the wing, Thompson. Driving to the basket. And stolen by Hart. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Holland. And that one's good. Towns. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Here's Stewart. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Here's Clarkson. Hart outside. Pass to Towns. Towns, the screen. Down low. Shoots over LeVert. Good. Towns has got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks.
Well, Towns gives you some interesting options in the two-man game. He can both pick and roll and pick and pop.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
JB Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
All right, Allie, thank you. Back to Duren. The layup off target. New York leading by 3. Towns in the corner. Brunson fires. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rebounded by Thompson. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Brunson. And Harris will pull it down. Pistons trailed by 3. Poke loose. Here's Robinson. Here we go, all alone.
And the native of England, Anunoby, doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
It's Cunningham with the drive. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Brunson, right side. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Towns finishes inside on the nice dish.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
Time and time again, Harris stepping up with plays to help his team. That guy is a gamer.
Now Brunson. Duren pulls it down. Robinson. The 3 is off.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Towns missed on the 3. Not a lot of time to get this one back under control.
No, they need to do their work quickly from here on out.
And they go to the intentional foul. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Towns. Bridges fires. And did the 3.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. 2 seconds.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Timeout called, the Pistons. They're behind by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
And you like how physical Harris can get inside, always looking to initiate contact on offense.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. So it's New York picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin...
Coming at you, it's the NBA right here on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. It's Suggs with a drive. Here's Banchero.
Yeah, with this bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
Right side Durant. Thompson outside. Houston working the ball around. And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call. No problem for me with that call. He was still sliding right there.
Now here's Smith. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Inside. Kicks it out to Wagner. Suggs surveys the D. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good. Banchero's gotten his second bucket.
He can play big and tough. Banchero bangs his way in.
And Şengün gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Suggs outside. Picked by Carter. Pass to Banchero. Fires the 3. On target from range. Banchero's got 7.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And Houston making a change here. Here's Smith. For 3, Durant. Sinks the tray.
Players with KD's size generally don't have that quick release, too. Incredible combination for him.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Suggs. It's hauled in by Houston. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. The talented Paolo Banchero came up early in the conversation, and he told me Paolo is basically a 6'10" point forward. That presents matchup issues. We'll have to put our best wing defender on him, and even he will need some help. Banchero has incredible skills for his size. That is what makes him so good. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Stunning and surprising jam by Carter Jr. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Pass to Durant. This one for three. And the three-pointer goes. Durant's got 6.
Poetry in motion. Such a smooth stroke. You assume when Durant lets it go, that 3 ball's going down.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now here's Smith. Jacks up a 3. Durant, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to De Silva. Picked by Isaac. Jones drives in. Shot is good by Isaac.
Outstanding footwork from Isaac on that play. Breaks up the defense and gets himself a good shot.
Outside Durant. Down low. Here's Black. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Eason. On the wing, Durant. The Rockets with another miss. Magic leading by 5. To the inside. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Pass to Adams. Smith outside. There's the triple. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Magic out in front. They're up by 4. And back in a moment at 19. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring. Simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. So both teams changing it up here. And Clark, whether we're comparing players or voting for the annual awards, defense is a factor that is often undervalued.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, we love to see people score in a variety of ways. We like to see that offensive skill set on display. But, you know, defensive stats are critically important, but not as easy to identify and count. But yet, and still, it's half the game, so you can't overlook it.
Houston shooting their second attempt at the line tonight.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Outside Finney-Smith. Pass to Shepard. Here's Şengün. Şengün, the screen. Just 5 on the clock. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Love when Şengün looks to score, especially from the interior.
You know, the more you watch Şengün, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man, Clark.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Şengün.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, B.A. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, Our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. PA, back to you.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Simply overpowers defenders when met with contact. Wendell Carter Jr. is tough as they come.
And Houston making a change here. Now here's Banchero. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
To the middle. And the dunk by Isaac.
Boy, nice finish that time by Isaac. Power and athleticism on that dunk.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. The Magic making a switch here. Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Thompson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
And he sinks the second. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, the Magic now looking to take the next step, Clark.
You know, B.A., making the playoffs was the first step for this young core. And now that they have some experience, they've added some talent, too. So they're determined to continue to progress towards championship contending status.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Suggs, left side. Pass to Bane. Back to Suggs. 5 on the clock. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Cleared to fly. Here comes Mr. Suggs lifting off.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And the Magic making a change here. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Durant. Looming large, KD.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available.
Suggs, no good.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
The rebound by Carter. Orlando trailing here. Tipped away. And Carroll with it. And Capella picks him up defensively. Pass to Wagner. Back to Banchero. It's hauled in by Houston.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
And Durant doesn't need to get up too high to throw it down. I think he could be dunking well into his 60s.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Banchero gets it to go.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
With 4 on the clock, here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Durant's shot is off. Here's Orlando. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Şengün, no good. Suggs with it. Pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Shot clock at 5. For the lead. Banchero no good. Houston in the lead. Outside Durant. The 3 is up. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 15.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
To the paint. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Orlando making a switch here. 90 seconds into the second half now. The 3 from Bane. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Okogie. Back to Durant. Here's Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead. Orlando with the ball. The 3 from Bane. The shot comes out.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Back over to you, Brian.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
To the inside. Thompson with a steal. Out of bounds. It'll be magic ball.
Orlando ball. Substitution on the court.
1:58 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Banchero. Back to Jones. To the middle. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
And here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Jones misses. The Rockets lead by 7. Down low. Isaac with the steal. And it's Orlando on the break. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Well, I love Banchero's overall game because it's terrific. I like to see him taking over, too. As an alpha dog leading the way, going and getting his, that's impressive.
Inside. Aggressive in the lane. Banchero.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Thompson scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Raw power from Smith Jr. on that slam.
To the paint. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And this game, folks, a close one here in Houston. Outside Durant. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Eason. Thompson outside. Clock at 6. The kick to Durant. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Rockets. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20.
42.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Jones. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Orlando trailing here. Black, left side. Pass to Batase. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And Houston has possession. Eason with the ball. Guarded now by Black. Here's Finney-Smith. Drives to the hoop. Shepard. It's rebounded by Batase. And so Jamal Murray. Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. On the wing, Durant. On the wing, Durant. Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance. Durant's got 11 points here in the second half.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with the 3 of his own.
Banchero outside. 6 to shoot. Adams grabs the miss. Houston in the lead. KD out here flexing on people.
Yeah, you know, you're kidding yourself if you think Durant is going to back down from the opponent. What a strong finish there.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
Here's Banchero slicing in. Carter. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
Şengün pulls it down. And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Shepherd. Got a hand on it.
Wagner, so good with his hands, but he's a smart defender, too. Positioned himself well to come away with that block.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Banchero. Here's Wagner. All alone. Adams pulls it down.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
Now Durant. Let's loose for three. Oh, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll will take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And Houston making a change here. Outside Durant. And the three misses.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Banchero. There's a minute 12 left to the fourth quarter. Payne! Chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
It pains me to say it, but he's hurting his team right now. Apparently, he still has the green light because he's jacking it up.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That really the one saving grace of that situation.
Left a little on the table there, but at least he put them in front.
Now Banchero. To take the lead. Şengün pulls it down.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And here's Suggs. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2.
Yeah, a great chance here for Smith to show how he can handle pressure situations. He had a lot of poise at the line in college.
He stepped up to the line and handled business that time. It's still a one-possession game, though.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Payne. Takes a three. Şengün pulls it down.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Ouch! Boy, was that painful. That was basically just a choke job. I hate to say it. Could have put this game on ice, but he didn't.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Banchero! And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant
And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now, here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the shot clock. And he makes good on the layup. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this trade, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
They double-team Wembanyama.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Here's Oklahoma City. Outside, SGA. Wallace outside. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good work defensively by Fox. And it's Vassell in the corner. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. You can't slow him down with just one guy. So Coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Fox with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama up top. Tries it from 19. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
Got a piece of it. Holmgren with the steal. And it's SGA penetrating. That puts them in the lead.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. In the corner, Sohan with it. Misses the 3. Over in the corner, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Spurs making a switch here. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Barnes the screen. Fires away from outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Inside. Here's Caruso. Rebound San Antonio. Down low. Here's Castle.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Pass to Caruso. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso. Wembanyama with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
.34 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul of the game. Barnes the screen. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Fox. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. So it's the Spurs now. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Spurs up by 4. Let's take a quick break now. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And the dunk by Sohan.
What defensive focus from Johnson. Able to find the steal and spark the break.
And now, Allie Laforce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Guys?
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drive, something to admire.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Wembanyama outside. Here's Castle. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell. Thunder trailing by 3. Tries the spin move. And stolen by Barnes. To the middle. Here's Fox. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Fox with it. He has 5. Good on the shot. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Outside Fox. To the paint. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
So it's the Thunder now. 7-point differential. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass. SGA's got 8 points.
With great positional size,
Gilgeous-Alexander can finish over defenders.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's SGA in transition. Fantastic job inside by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
It's deflected. Fox feeling it out a bit. With the drive, Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Under trailing by 3. To the inside. Fox with the steal. Wembanyama, right side. Down low. Holmgren with the steal. Hartenstein with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Pass to Dort. And stolen by Wembanyama. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Fox, no good.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over in the corner, Barnes. Pushing it up. Here's Wallace. And Wallace slams it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Thunder with the lead. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Fox goes in. Wembanyama, no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Dort misses. Holmgren with the steal. SGA surveying the defense. San Antonio with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama.
Big time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Inside, Wallace misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's Fox with the drive. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are two things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Back to you.
A unique talent. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Here's Fox. He's got 7. Castle, no one around him. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next. What a contest. That looked like a guaranteed bucket.
with the jam.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. And stolen by Barnes. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. 2 points. That one goes.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
The Spurs shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. The offensive rebound. San Antonio leading. And here is Fox. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Hartenstein.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams.
Wembanyama jackhammers it in.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Back to Dort. Tipped away. And stolen by Castle. And stolen by Caruso. Hartenstein with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. And Tim, you look at some of the advanced metrics. Alex Caruso is one of the best defenders in the modern era.
Yeah, Kevin, that impact is rare for a guy who is 6'5", but he grew up on the court in College Station, Texas. Basketball is in his veins.
Castle on the wing. Back to Sohan. And stolen by Wiggins. One-on-one here for the tie. Rebound by Sohan.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Back to Castle. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. To the inside. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Joe. Now, here's Mitchell. Oh, off target. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio.
32.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Fox. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. He knows every possession is critical now.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Mitchell outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Wembanyama. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Fox with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama, right side. The kick out to Barnes. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Outside, Fox. Nobody near Barnes. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here goes Gilgeous-Alexander. And there it is for him.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Outside, Fox. Outside, Wembanyama. Caruso with the steal. Mitchell lays it in off the window. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
All game long, it had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Right side, Fox. Clock at 6. It's stolen by SGA. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Dort, nice execution down low.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
And he banks the layup in.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Outside, SGA. Now Holmgren. Wembanyama reels it in. Now Fox. Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama. Too easy for the big man.
How about the young fella, Wembanyama, with a big-time bucket.
Now Hartenstein. Outside, SGA. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. They lead by 1. Now Vassell. Holmgren with the steal. SGA on the wing. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
San Antonio making a switch here.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Outside, SGA. The long shot, no good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's deflected. Here's Fox. Now Wembanyama. Oh, nice!
Look at that. And this is what a franchise player does. Wemby coming up huge down the stretch.
SGA. It drops.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
I am really...
we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hello again, and thank you for joining us here at 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Many players have size. So what makes Rudy Gobert such a good interior defender, Clark?
Well, size is part of it, clearly, B.A., but timing is the big thing. And then awareness, recognition of what the situations are and being able to adjust your body position accordingly. And then anticipation. I mean, timing and anticipation, awareness, those are the things that make really good defenders.
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
Out to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. McDaniels can't hit.
And just terrible defense.
Oh, nice! Big finish!
Man!
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randall from most other power forwards.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And that one's good. Mitchell.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk now. The force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Allen a screen. The three from Mitchell. Sinks it from distance. Mitchell's got 6 points.
He's always a threat to bury a catch-and-shoot jumper. Mitchell doesn't waste time.
And it's Jared Allen with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Outside, DiVincenzo. To the inside. 5 to shoot. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers leading. And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, B.A., way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
Mobley. Off with the layup.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Cleveland working the ball around now. The putback. Randall pulls down the board. Here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Both teams will make substitutions. And Ball will bring it up here for the Cavaliers. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Ball. Back to Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
Conley on the attack. Banked it in off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Cavaliers are making noise. Point guard Darius Garland said, the brand of basketball that we play is super exciting, super fun. A lot of threes, a lot of alley-oops, a lot of dunks. And we play really hard on both ends of the floor. It's been a winning recipe. Guys?
Allie, thanks very much for the report.
You know, I've got 2 words to describe Donovan Mitchell. Dynamic scorer. You put this man in just about any situation, and he'll find a shot no matter what. Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Pass to Tyson. Here's Mitchell. Now Mobley. Back to Mitchell. 4 on the clock. Nice D from Reed. 30 seconds left in the first. Clark outside. Outside Conley. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Mitchell. Uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 12 points.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for Cleveland. He made a big impact, scoring. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Down low. Back to Edwards. Stolen by Mitchell. And here comes the break. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. McDaniels got his first points in this one.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play.
Number 3, Thomas Bryant.
Pass the ball. Outside for Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the 3. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little bit.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
Cleveland shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Timberwolves making it to their second straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6th seed, gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the final.
DiVincenzo can't hit. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. The Timberwolves trail. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Reed, good.
At 6'9" and about 260, Naz Reid has the size to make room for himself inside.
Garland for 3. Rebound Minnesota.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Garland. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And Garland does a little bit of everything. A versatile guard with a bright, bright future.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
Right side McDaniels. And stolen by Mobley. Randall with a steal. Oh, deflected. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession.
Number 45.
To the right side. Back to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Shot from the wing. Another miss by Minnesota.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
What a jam by Donovan Mitchell with authority.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
Outside McDaniels. Outside for Randall. Fires from deep. The rebound by Allen. And Cleveland has possession. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
And you pay so much attention to Garland, and that allows teammates to get involved.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Minnesota making a change here. And here's Minnesota now, trailing by 2. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Garland. No made baskets yet. He takes it in, and he makes it on the layup. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Well, if you give Garland even the slightest lane, you can be sure that he's going to take it right to the rim.
Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. To the paint. Here's Allen. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. Cleveland shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
I like that Allen plays with attitude. He's got a competitive streak, and it blends so well with his natural athletic ability.
DiVincenzo on the wing. And stolen by Mobley. And so we wrap up the first half. Cleveland on top, up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Garland looking around. Pass to Mobley, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Mitchell. Outside Garland. 5 on the clock. Now Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And sometimes when a team trades a ton of picks for a star player, there's some buyer's remorse. But that has not been the case with the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell, Grant.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, B.A. Not just dominating, but sacrificing as well.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. They get it back. Out to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Over Mitchell.
We talk so much about Mitchell's offense, but he can be a lockdown defender as well.
Got a piece of it. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hunter. On the wing, Mitchell. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, before games, Jared Allen makes a point of fist bumping and connecting not just with the teammates and coaches, but team staff, security, ball boys. He said it's showing everybody love. They're all a part of it. I'm getting them hyped for the game, and it gets me going too. Guys, back to you.
All about that connection. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. McDaniels, that's good. McDaniels got his second basket.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Inside. Here's Allen. The kick to Hunter. Pass to Garland. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Left side, Hunter. Outside, Garland. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Mobley. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
There is very little ego to Garland's game. He wants to get other guys looks and opportunities.
Randle on the screen. Conley with the ball. He's picked up by Garland. Conley looking for an opening. Outside for Randle. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .151 left in the third quarter. Left side, Garland. Pass to Merrill. Back to Garland. Mobley on a screen. To the inside. And Mobley throws it down.
Easy does it. Mobley is such a fluid athlete for his size.
Clark right side. On the take. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Cavaliers lead by 8. Here's Garland. Merrill outside. No good on the 3. Here's Dillingham. Still without a bucket. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Clark, when you look at the evolution of Julius Randle, talk about his playmaking.
Yeah, he's worked on trying to see things as they develop a little more, and I imagine he's done a lot of film study. I could only attribute some of his improvement to that. He's looking for others intentionally and aggressively, so I think that's part of why his teammates enjoy playing with him. They know he's making the effort to distribute the basketball. Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 20 seconds left in the third quarter here. Mitchell with the ball. 16 points for him. Pass to Tyson. Just 5 on the clock. Mitchell on the drive. Can't get it to fall. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Cavaliers on top, up by 3. We've got more hoop.
27.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here's Edwards. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Nance. Now Mitchell. Oh, good D by Edwards. The Timberwolves trail. Now here's Gobert. Mitchell with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Great denial by Reed. Boundless energy he brings.
McDaniels, that's good. Neither team able to build the lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
The kick out to Ball. Pass to Tyson. And stolen by Edwards. Right side McDaniels. Edwards, so good inside. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
So both teams making some changes here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. The drive by Garland. Gobert pulls it down.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally insane.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Here's Mobley. Oh, and just miss after miss right now. Now Randall. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Now Garland fires the three. No good.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're nasty right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Cavaliers trail by 9. Mitchell outside. Takes a three. It's money from deep.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
It's blocked by Gobert.
No surprise Gobert sent that shot back.
That one goes. Yes, sir.
I mean, just a string of terrific shots. I mean, this team is on fire.
And they've kept the defense on its heels, getting whatever they want offensively.
Outside Hunter. Here's Mitchell. Let's loose for three. Gobert pulls it down. Outside Edwards. Stolen by Mobley. Now Allen. Randall with a steal. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Garland. Outside DiVincenzo. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's foul number 2 for him. Edwards. Quick 2. All net.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Timberwolves.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Here's Garland. Beyond the arc. Gobert pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now Randall. It's stolen by Hunter.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 17-7 run. McDaniels fires. He's off from 3. Outside Mitchell. Edwards. And so it's Minnesota with the W. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team.
Rockets are out of Houston and into an interconference game. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. Now here's Durant. Pass to Okogie. 5 on the clock. Takes it inside. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Stolen by Durant. One-on-one fast break. Here's Okogie. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Here's Orlando now. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Assisted by.
Oh, sometimes you got to flex on them. That's what Şengün just did.
Down low. A nice shot by Carter.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
Now, here's Thompson. Pass to Okogie. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Durant. Puts it up. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And guys, that strength will serve Banchero really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team. Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
Second team.
Back to Suggs. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And for such a young team, Greg, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
And one of the imperatives, RJ, for the Rockets this season, improving on the offensive end.
Yeah, their scoring struggles hamstrung them in that first-round defeat to Golden State. To compete into June, they're going to need to be able to convert in those pressure moments.
Now here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Back to you."
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie.
Hey, look, sometimes you just got to let the big man work. Şengün doing it in style.
Bain, no good. Rockets leading by 5. Durant inside. And KD throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Banchero. It's rebounded by Şengün. Smith outside. Back to Durant. This one for 3. From downtown. The rebound by Bitadze.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here are the Rockets now. Here's KD. He can't get that one.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Pass to Black. Back to Banchero. The rebound by Shepherd. The Rockets leading. In the corner, it's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk. than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now here's Jones. No scoring in this one. Pass to Eason. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Jones. Here's Black. And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets lead by 9. We'll get things started in the second quarter.
14.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Houston.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Rockets leading by 9. Inside. Kick out to Adams. And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Suggs. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think score. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Here's Şengün. The shot's good. Şengün's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets.
This is where Şengün can really hurt you because he's so big and long.
Now Eason. Pass to Shepherd. Here's Adams. Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando with the ball. Wagner wide open. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. So both teams changing it up here. The Magic trailed by 11. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Bangs home the trifecta.
That corner shot from Wagner, he must have been feeling it.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Kick out to Adams. Pass to Şengün. KD on the wing. No good on the three. Here's Orlando now. Trailing here by 8. Here's Wagner. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Paolo Banchero.
So clever with the pump fake. Durant is so good at scoring that if he pump fakes, you better jump.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. The first one falls. Still, to this day, RJ, Kevin Durant still seems matchup proof.
Well, yeah, because nothing's changed with his height and the skill. That quick release and his competitiveness, oh, it's the same as it's ever been.
And then Carter with the jam.
And out of pick and roll, Carter does a great job of positioning himself for catch and finish opportunities.
Durant in the corner. Shoots the three. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, there's a resemblance in Alperen Şengün's game. Coach Udoka said he's got a little bit of Joker in him. That's the first thing you'll see. Şengün acknowledged the comparison, adding our passing skills and touch under the rim is similar, but Joker is like monster level. I want to get to that level. Kevin?
He is clearly on the rise. Thank you, Allie. Wagner on the wing. Back to Suggs. To the paint. Stolen by Durant. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Tries from 16. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
24 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Inside, and then Carter with the dunk.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Left side Durant. Pass to Şengün. Misses from close range. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Houston looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Stolen by Thompson.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it. And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Suggs looking around. Pass to Carter. Back to Suggs. 6 to shoot. Into the lane. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Back to Thompson. Outside Durant. It's stolen by Banchero. And a wide open look for Payne. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Magic moving the ball around. Out left to the wing. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Thompson. Here's KD. It's hauled in by the Magic. And, Richard, you were telling me before the game you're a big fan of Amen Thompson.
Oh, Amen, he is an elite defender who can guard multiple positions. One of the top athletes in the league, and he's just such an instinctive playmaker.
Şengün, no good. Banchero outside. Pass to Carter. Bounce pass from Banchero. Back to Carter. And here's Banchero. Guarded by KD. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Rebound by Smith. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Okogie. Durant in the corner. And Şengün throws it down.
Paying attention out there. Şengün able to insert himself and save that play.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Number 17.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And it's Wagner missing. Houston leading by 17.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Thompson. Payne with the steal. Here's Wagner. Finished off the break. Wagner's got 5 points so far.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Back to KD. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 16 points for him.
Slick shot by Durant. Gets the pass and is in his motion a second later.
And that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
And they need better team defense. How about your man in the post? It takes multiple guys to stop him.
And Thompson sends it back. And they'll get another chance. And it's Banchero missing. Houston in total control. Down low. Eason. Pass to Thompson. To the middle. And Şengün throws it down.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Back to Suggs. Sinks the triple.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
Outside Durant. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Back to Suggs. Pass to Wagner. Now, here's Suggs. Here's Banchero for 3. And so it's Houston, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Rockets leading by 17. Shepard with the ball. Here's Şengün. Misses the 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The shot's good from Batadze.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Pass to Eason. Over to the left wing. Kick out to Adams. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. And the Rockets lead by 17. There's the drive. A nice shot by Black. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He has decided it's the right time to talk. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Thank you once again, Allie.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Back to Eason. High post, Şengün. Orlando grabs the miss. It's stolen by Adams to the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
When it comes to handling business off the floor, Richard, there might be no one better at doing it than Kevin Durant.
Oh, he's definitely very active, spreading his money around over 40 ventures or so. KD clearly understands the importance of investing and how beneficial it can be long-term.
And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Durant down low. Takes the 3. Eason's shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 20.
To me, the passing of Durant, that's what separates him from other superstars. KD's willing to move the ball.
Pass to Adams. And some nice passing there by Houston. Banchero left side. Misses in close. Rockets leading by 20. Bane with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Suggs. Shot clock at 5. Payne for 3. The Rockets pull it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Durant missing. And it's the Magic's ball. Banchero draws the double. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Eason gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Here's Wagner. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Houston in total control. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shepherd. Another miss by Houston. Outside, Bane. Over Eason. Off target from the wing. So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but